Video games and lies sort of go hand in hand. I mean, to a point we are lied to by the video game to sort of set up the illusion of transporting ourselves into a different world. But that's not what the show is about. This is the top 7 biggest lies in video gaming. All those things we keep telling ourselves are being told constantly by PR departments, marketing departments, developers, publishers, everyone. And as it happens, none of them are actually true. Bear in mind, I'm not talking about lies that people tell about video games, like video games cause violence, video games cause misogyny, video games cause global warming. No. I'm talking about lies within the video games industry. Not the liars themselves, so Peter Molyneux, you're off the hook this time, but the lies themselves. The ones you may not even know are lies. The ones that are such a basic element of what we perceive as being video games that you no longer think about them. That being said, let's get it started with number 7. Pre-order bonuses. Now, apart from pre-ordering itself being kind of anti-consumer and kind of crappy, we then have the bonuses. Something that really sort of peaked massively a year or two ago when you could not actually get all of the game when you bought it because bits of the game were restricted to certain outlets, to certain stores as pre-order bonuses. And the big lie here is the word itself. Bonus. It's not a bonus. It's something you took out of the game and gave it to an outlet like, I don't know, Walmart or Best Buy or GameStop or whatever other physical manifestation of evil there is in the US. And no one can get that unless they pre-order from there. You call that a bonus? You know what a bonus is? CD Projekt Red dumping free DLC on the people that bought The Witcher 3. You know what pre-order bonuses are? A hostage situation. Number 6. The E3 audience. You know what E3 is, right? E3 is a conference specifically geared towards the industry. It has industry events, it has press events. Sure, in the last 1 or 2 years it has opened up a bit more to the public, but up until then it was a restricted event. And yet, at every press conference hosted by Sony, by Microsoft, by Nintendo, by whoever else, after every trailer, you would hear cheering, clapping, howling, explosions of mirth that you would not normally associate with a press event, where you would think that, okay, the people going there are part of the press, they're the people that, I don't know, hold people accountable, that review things, that give insight and criticism and help shape the medium to its fullest extent. No, the people there are not that. They are either shills, copyright IG and games, people with a blog that got there because, well, they could afford to fly over there, and because they have a blog, they are somehow part of the press, and they let them in. And oh yeah, what's the other thing? Oh yeah, plants. Not in the ones that will fight zombies kind of plants, but people hired by the publisher, by the company to blend into the crowd, and not even blend in, just stand there and cheer. They basically hired cheerleaders, mascots, people to go around and clap like a seal. Though that's being disrespectful of seals, they are a proud and noble animal and should be respected. So every time you see people cheering at an E3 event, remember this, they're paid to do it. Someone who's there because it's their job to be there isn't gonna cheer, isn't gonna go, woohoo, another cover shooter, oh this is amazing, it's just like the other 50 ones I saw today, but this one's got zombies that are colored purple. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna write about it. They're gonna tweet about it. They're gonna go, oh my god, I've been at this job for 10 years now. When I got here, I thought it was gonna be interesting. I'm gonna talk to the people in the industry and we're gonna form a dialogue and They just want to use me to peddle their shovelware. Later today I have to interview some people that are making 100 Wii games a year, and they're all crap. And I'm not allowed to say that they're crap because I'll get fired, and I have to support my family, so I need the job. Oh my god, I need help. But you don't hear that reaction, do you? Do you? Of course not. Number 5. Online access subscriptions for consoles. You know, you've got the PlayStation Plus, you've got the Xbox Live Gold Premium crap. You've got the Nintendo stuff now too, I believe. They're crap. I mean, they're pointless. They are something that's just made to charge you more money to offset the fact that the consoles are sold at a loss, and that $10 that the console maker receives from each game sold doesn't really cover all the costs. Because when you boil it down to it, what are they charging for? All the games have their own multiplayer servers, their own matchmaking systems, their own community hubs. They're basically self-contained, but that's not really the point. They were charging the subscription thing even for accessing Netflix for a while, weren't they? And the biggest lie is, well, for one, that it's needed. No, it's not needed. They're not offering you a service. They're offering you a store and achievements. Wow, that's something Steam gives you for free. That's literally something anybody else gives you for free. I mean, it's something that is considered as standard when you buy a game. You should be able to access it entirely in the multiplayer without paying extra fees. That's normal. And to add to that lie, they came with the, well, you pay this, but you get free games. We give you free games each month and you get to keep those free games forever. Yeah, free games forever if you sign up. You get them, well, apart from Nintendo, you don't get to keep those. You get them for free. You understand the thing that doesn't mesh you, right? Where's the lie, right? You pay something and then get something for free for the money that you spent. That's called buying something. You don't get free stuff, you bought it with your money. That's like saying, well, I pay $8 a month for Netflix, but I get so many free movies and so many free shows that it's amazing. I cannot pass up the occasion to have all that free content for which I paid. Funny, isn't it? It's not. It's actually quite tragic. Number 4. The reasoning for online only. Now, when we're talking about games that aren't specifically MMOs, like things that have a world server upon which you exist as a character, one where many other players can interact, there is no reason to have an online only game. None. Or for that matter, an online only console. Developers, publishers, they're gonna come up with all sorts of reasons for why they do that. It's to ensure better services. It's and they're all lies. You know why they are lies, right? Because, well, in the case of the Xbox One, they said, well, we can't just flip a switch and have it work offline. It doesn't work like they flipped a switch. It just didn't need online anymore, like it didn't need a Kinect. It was a lie. Same goes for games. Oh, this single player game needs to be connected to a server? No, it doesn't. You just don't want me to play it offline by myself, because then I would get the crazy idea of modding it and maybe not rely on your paid for content Blizzard. Imagine Diablo 3 with mod support. Now imagine Diablo 3 as it is now. You're disappointed, right? Everyone is. Everyone. One of the main reasons that online only exists is to prevent piracy. I mean, you can't really pirate something that you've got to log into a server constantly to play it, can you? But that's not the only one. It's to exert complete control over what the player can and cannot do. Because once you give the player the freedom to do what they want with their game, well, that's not fair anymore. I mean, how can we skew the progression curve so badly that they'll want to buy a character boost if they can just mod their save game to have level 99 from the start and have fun in single player the way they want it to? No, this can't be done. It's unfathomable. Online only has no customer positive justification. None. And if they tell you otherwise, they're lying to you because they think they can get away away with it. And, well, they can. They have. They will. There's gonna be people constantly saying, well, it's their game. It's their right. It's, what do you know about making SimCity work offline? You didn't program it. No. And someone actually does it. And, well, look, it worked. Number 3, the beta. I believe we've actually covered this in the previous show. Betas aren't what they used to be. They're more like demos. And all the feedback you give, yeah, that's basically thrown aside in an instant. For example, the recent Dawn of War 3 multiplayer open beta that was a day or two before the release date. So was there any sort of expectation they would implement changes based on feedback? No, it was too close to the release date. There was no way. It was just a demo. But being called a beta, yeah, well, this bit doesn't work, so yeah, it's excusable. I mean, it's a beta, it's not the final. It is. It's the final version. Because honestly, do you really believe they need you to beta test their game? If they're a big company, they do already have Q&A departments. A lot of them are in Eastern Europe. They compile lists upon lists of stuff that needs fixing. And in some cases, like Electronic Arts says, they'll never fix them. They'll know about them, they'll never fix them, and if one of the testers go to the press and says, yeah, we told them that Medal of Honor was crap, that they should be fixed, they didn't, they say they won't, yeah, that person's getting fired. So the beta, yeah, it's just a demo. That's it. But they don't have the courage to call it a demo because, well, then people may get the idea that there won't be any improvements in the final version, and there won't be. But as long as they call it a beta, there's the hope. Or in Ubisoft's case, things get actually worse in the final version. Remember when the crew actually had the vehicle damage? Like that actually affected the way the vehicle worked? You don't. And I don't blame you. I'm still trying to forget that I got that game on release day. Number 2, trailers. There's just nothing more I can say. Trailers often lie. They are lies. They are built to lie. Some of them, even if they actually show gameplay, they may still lie. Even if it's not a pre-rendered composition of something that's never gonna be in the game, was never in the game, wasn't even created with the same technology as the game, it may still lie to you. It may still give you the impression that, oh, this actually looks interesting, but it won't be. It rarely is. Unless we're talking about the Leviathan Warships trailer, that one was no lie. Boats don't fly. And the number 1 is the MMO. You want a big gigantic lie you never knew about? Well, subconsciously you kinda knew about it. The MMO. When's the last time you saw an MMO being released? You haven't. There hasn't been an MMO released in years. Currently, you're mostly getting single-player games with online-only connectivity. You're getting nothing that couldn't be made into a single-player game with optional co-op or optional competitive multiplayer. You're getting nothing that can be described of as an MMO. You know, massive, as in more than 10 people. There are Battlefield servers with more players than what some MMOs actually support in their worlds. And even if they do have a lot of players, do they actually do something that is actually multiplayer and interactive? No, they generally just do the same grindy quests about killing gophers and catching their asses by themselves or in a group. That they don't actually do MMO stuff, you know, stuff that's achievable only with other people. Now, there are some promising ideas out there. A recent one actually is a game that's being currently kickstarted called Ashes of Creation. But apart from that, what do you actually have? Not a lot. Oh boy, do you not have a lot. So closes the top 7 biggest lies in video gaming. I'd like to give a few special mentions to achievements, because let's face it, they're not achievements. You get achievements for entering the game or pressing a button or moving forward once. It's not an achievement. Also to the best played on X video card or works the bestest with Y CPU, that they're lies. They're always marketing lies. Also to some interpretations of the free-to-play concept, but not in the way you may believe. I'm probably gonna do a separate show about that one. To kind of everything that a marketing department ever says about a game or a console or anything, they're mostly lies. And of course to one of the most classic video gaming lies ever uttered, that making games is easy. It's not. Goodbye.